you. As you guys know that today we are here on the session of fundamentals of ERP. Today we have Mandeep sir with ourselves. He has a total experience of 10 years in Microsoft Dynamics, NavVis and ERP as a techno-functional consultant. And he also had expertise in many company modules, competency in NAV 2009, NAV 2018. He has also competencies in programming in AL, MySQL, Jet Reports, Power BI, Web Series, and the list can goes on. So as you guys know, we are here for the session on ERP. So first of all, I would like to invite Pratap Singh sir for his golden words and guidance. Sir, please.
Thank you, Ankit. So first of all, on behalf of entire Guru Jambheshwar University of Science and Technology, Hisar, I express my heartiest welcome and gratitude towards Mr. Mandeep Yadav ji, who is our today's keynote speaker in this industry interaction program being organized on a very important topic, fundamentals of ERP. Mr. Mandeep Yadav ji is having very rich industrial and corporate experience, and the students present in today's webinar, they will be very much benefited by the webinar to be delivered by Mr. Mandeep Yadav ji. And we are very grateful that he has spared his precious time for this webinar. And I appeal to all the participants present in today's webinar that they should attend this webinar very attentively, and they should understand the basics of ERP. Because first of all, please mute all the students to mute themselves. Because this ERP is very, you can say, important, you can say, skill or tool you should be aware of. And once we know the fundamentals of ERP, then we can go in more details of ERP. And in that fashion, this webinar is going to be very beneficial. I would like to apprise Mr. Mandeep Yadav ji that this Industry Interaction Club is under a TNP cell of Guru Jambheshwar University, and we keep on conducting such type of interaction programs in which industry experts talk to these youngsters of university, so that these students may come to know which are the current or the trending technologies being followed up in industry. And by this medium, we are basically able to make our students aware of all these things. So with this background, I also congratulate all the coordinators of this program, and they have scheduled this program. They have informed all the students, and all willing students are present in this particular meeting. So without taking much time, again, I express my heartiest welcome. Although number should have been more for such an important topic, but okay, so these 40 students who are present right now, they will be getting this insight about ERP from Mr. Mandeep Yadav ji. Thanks a lot. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Yeah, thank you, Pratap ji. Thanks for your appreciation. So I'm happy to share my time so that at least I can share my knowledge with the upcoming young people, so that they can have some idea about the ERP, what is basically ERP, and how does company usually get help, industry get help from the ERP system. So so I think we can start our session today.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Pratap sir, for your golden words. Yes, sir. I think we can start our session today. Just before starting the session, I would like to inform everyone that if you have any questions, you can ask at the end of the session. You can just put your question into the chat box, or just raise your hand so that I can unmute you, and you can ask directly your question to Mandeep sir. Yes, sir. Mandeep sir, you can go.
Okay. So okay. So okay, I would like to share my screen.
Mandeep ji, your video is off, I think. No?
Yeah. Do you want me to on?
So that we may see you at
Oh,
least
okay, okay,
once.
no problem. It's okay. Yeah. Right.
Yes. Okay.
So, okay, so let's start. So currently, so today is a weekday. So in Singapore, the time is around 7:15 p.m. right now, and yeah, I just finished my dinner. So yeah, so okay, so let's start. I'd like to share my screen so that you can see. Yeah, so everyone able to see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, sir, it is visible.
Okay. Give me a minute. Okay, so yeah, so this was my uh, overview for my skills. So let's just okay. So basically, I'm working into this industries from last 10 years, and okay, so and the actually NAV 2009 until NAV 2018. Actually, these are the versions that Microsoft release every year with a new update within the ERP system. So currently, I'm working in a company that is using Microsoft Dynamics NAV 2015, but the latest version of the ERP is they called it Microsoft Dynamics 365 Business Central. So currently, I'm not working on Business Central, but in today's session, I will be describing NAV 2015. So basic overview of every version is same. Yeah. So okay, so the programming which is used into Microsoft Dynamics NAV is CAL, so we call it client application language. AL is used in the Business Central, so that is very much similar to the CAL. SQL, everyone know what is SQL, so it's the for the Microsoft SQL query language. Then Jet Reports and Power BI. What is Jet Reports and Power BI? They are basically the reporting tool from yeah. So Jet Report is from different Jet Global. There is a company Jet Global. So and Power BI is from Microsoft. So they are the reporting tools that show the data into a very more structured way. Yeah. Then these are the integrations that we use to connect our ERP system with any third-party softwares for the data exchange. So these are the technical things. Functional things are basically okay. So I think we discuss this later on. So okay, so let's discuss what is an ERP system. So okay, this is how Microsoft Dynamics NAV screen looks like. So this is my Microsoft Dynamics NAV screen. So here, if you see, you will see many options like financial management, sales and marketing, purchase, warehouse, manufacturing, and any other options. Okay, so first we start. What is an ERP system? Okay, so what is an ERP system? ERP, the full form of ERP is Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise Resource Planning. Enterprise means you can consider it like as a company. So enterprise means company. Resource are my all these resources like my finance department, my sales department. So these are all my different departments within the company. They are a part of the resource, as well as their machinery, as their people, their employees, everything. Most of the things within a company is the resource for the company. So and planning. So how a system which is used to plan the resources of a company, that is called ERP system, enterprise resource planning. Okay, so how does ERP helps company? So basically, this is a software which is used by a company. Then all the information within various department, like financial management is basically doing the invoicing, sales and marketing doing the sales of a company, purchasing basically buying the materials for the company, warehouse is basically kind of a my storehouse, so they are storing. So whatever the information in and out from the system will be on centralized location, and the database which is used behind this ERP system is my SQL server. So I just open this. So the behind the database is MS SQL servers. There we maintain a centralized database for this ERP system, and whatever the information given to the ERP system stored in a centralized location, and every department of a company extract the real-time data from the database. So this is the MS SQL 2014 we are running on. Okay, so this is this was just a definition for the ERP system. I think it will be much better if we demonstrate the ERP, what is the ERP software, and yeah, so it will be better to demonstrate. So okay, in every company, the first process of a ERP system is, I won't say first process, but it's basically start from sales. We do sales, then according to, okay, because my company is basically a manufacturing company, so we get sales from the customers, sales orders from the customer. Then after getting a sales order, we manufacture some semiconductor items, then we do the shipment. Yeah, then whatever the items that is required on a okay, so whatever the items which is required, kind of a raw material to manufacture the item, we need some material. So based on the requirement, we do a purchase of these raw material, then we manufacture and we do the shipment of the item. So okay, so I think it will be better we start from sales. Okay, let's start from sales and marketing. So okay, sales and marketing is a department which is used to do the sales for the company. So it depends on company to company that what they are selling. Either it's a trading company or the company which is manufacture something then sell the item. So in the sales department, we have some options: sales, order processing. So in the sales, we have some, okay, there are many options. So an ERP system is basically okay. Okay, so this is a product of Microsoft. First thing, this is a product of Microsoft, and there are many ERP systems available in the market. So the most famous one, I hope everybody know, we call it SAP, right? So SAP is also an ERP system. Then other company also uses Tele, some uses Oracle. So this one is from Microsoft. So okay, so in sales order planning, my first option is customers. So you guys, I think it will be better if you, okay, so suppose everyone of you is running a company, right? You are the owner of some company. Then you need, so because you have a company, you need a software to manage your company sales, your purchase. You need to manage in the inventory of your system. Inventory basically the items that, suppose you are selling 100 items from your company. So you need to manage your inventory in and out, that how much inventory is inside your system and what is the shortage, what is the demand. So okay, so in the order processing, in the sales order section, we have the customers. The first option is customers. So in your company, yeah, of course you have a company, so definitely you will be having some customers for which you are selling some items. Same like we order something from Amazon or Flipkart, so we are the customers for them, and they are our vendor, or I would say supplier. So we are the customer. So suppose you have a company, so in this list, customers, here you will be storing all your customers. Okay, so whenever you have a new customer, you can go inside it and you can click new. Then system will auto generate some customer number. Okay, so suppose my customer code is 0020. So every company gave different codes to the customer. So suppose I would say I make it ABC Holdings. So this is some company, ABC Holdings. So what is the address? Any address like. So whatever the information I'm entering here is basically, yeah, because behind it is a Microsoft SQL server. So behind this page, right? Behind this page, there is a table. That name of the table is customer table. So if you go help and about this page, from this page, we can see that the front page, the GUI is basically customer card page, and the source table means where the data is being stored is basically my customer table. So this is how we will create a customer within the ERP system. I click OK. So like this, a company maintain the list of all their customers. Then after that, give me a minute. Okay, I go back. In the same way, there are some list of contacts within the company. It usually stored into contact table, then sales code, sales order, blanket sales order. There are many options, but we will go to a the actual practice within an organization, what usually most of the companies follow, right? So okay, so suppose yeah, so because I have a company, so I got some sales order from one of my some customers. So they give me a, yeah, because my customer will give me purchase order and I will issue the customer as a sales order. So I will create a new sales order. So I click sales order screen and I will click create a new sales order. Okay. Okay, so I'm creating a new sales order and I would like to sell something to Kendoxy Canada company. The system is little slow actually. Okay, and customer asked me to deliver on 30 of January. Then type I'm selling the item and what I want to sell. I will go to advanced. So this is the list of items which I usually sell to the customers, or what are the things which I buy from my vendors. Yeah, so I'm selling a bicycle. Okay, if you see here, this, okay, I'm selling the bicycle to the company, and if you see here are some options available. So inventory, okay, so inventory is basically 71. 71 means I have a total 71 bicycles in my store. So maximum I can send only 71 cycles. So I will click this one, click OK. Okay, so here is option location code. Location code means it's basically because company can have many locations within a, I mean they can have many locations according to their operation. Suppose a company in Haryana can have many locations, either one in Gurgaon, one in Manesar, or one in Faridabad. So these are the locations of a company. I mean, so blue, green, red, silver. So suppose I'm selling this bicycle from yellow location, and I want to sell 10 bicycles to Kendoxy, Canada. Okay, so system say quantity on inventory is not sufficient to cover the net change in the inventory. So I don't have 10 quantity in on my yellow location. I don't have sufficient quantity on the yellow location for this bicycle item. So suppose I am selling it one cycle $100. So here below are some options, whether we want to give any discount to the customer. Okay, so I remove the discount. Then according to this $100 multiply by 10, system calculate the total amount will be $1,000. Then quantity to ship, I would like to ship 10 quantity. So these are many other options, like what is my planned delivery date or planned shipment date. So my shipment date is okay. So requested delivery date, customer requested to deliver it on 30, but I would make it shipment date on 29. I will do a shipment one day ahead. Okay, so these are my another options. Okay, so let's see. System prompt me that I don't have sufficient quantity of bicycle on this yellow location. So in this item list, I will go to view this item. Okay, so this is my total inventory is 71. So might be possible that I have this inventory of 71 within different location, but not on yellow location. So I will filter on open. Open means inventory is available, and open, I can filter open. Yes. Okay, so on the blank location, I have 5 quantity, this 27. Yellow location, I have something. Yeah, this is a shipment actually. Okay. So there is a report which tell us what is the item availability by location. So system will provide me information that how much quantity of the bicycle I have and on which location. So if you see yellow location, projected balance showing -5 because there is a additional requirement of 5 within some according to the sales. So you can consider that on yellow location we don't have any inventory. Then on silver location we have available 10 bicycles, and in my blue warehouse I have 29. So yeah, of course we do not have anything on yellow, so it will be better. Yeah, before doing any sales we must have an inventory of bicycle on my yellow location. So what we will do now, we will buy more bicycles from any different vendor. So we have to buy 10 bicycles from someone so that we can sell these 10 bicycles to this company. So let's go to the purchase order and we punch a purchase order within the system for the yellow location. So I just go onto my ERP homepage. So basically this screen, right? This screen we call as a role center. So I will go to my purchase order processing. Then I will go to purchase orders. So all these are my existing purchase orders, which is in progress. I will create a new purchase order. Okay, so this is the purchase order number which is assigned by system, and I'm going to buy these 10 bicycles from any company. We choose anyone, maybe this one, Progressive Home Furnishing. Then okay, so I'm buying this bicycle. So I'm buying this bicycle on yellow location because I don't have sufficient bicycles on this location. So we are going to buy 10. I think it's better if we buy 15 so that we can see. So suppose $100. Suppose we are buying in $80 per bicycle, and $100 we are selling the bicycle. So $20 is our profit. Vendor invoice number, invoice 001. So these are some, I mean, there are many options here. Okay, so here are some options. We call it as action pane. So it's the print option here. Then if I go preview this, so this is basically a format of my purchase order. Okay, so what usually company do whenever they have a requirement to buy something, companies punch the purchase order within this screen. After that, they print the purchase order. So this is the purchase order. Then after that, they stamp here. Then they send this purchase order to the vendor. Vendor means the person or the company which I'm buying the materials or buying anything. So so that is basically a vendor. So I'm buying from this vendor. So I will send this. I will take a printout of this document, stamp it, and I will send this document to my vendor. So that will be my legal document. Then the vendor will do the shipment according to my requirement. So I'm buying 15 quantity. Then I'm going to post this one. What is the meaning of posting? Posting meaning I am recording this transaction within the ERP system and in the ledgers of the ERP system, because in a ERP system there are many tables working on it. So these tables, like on this page there are two tables. One is my document table and this one is my line. So here it is my list page, but here it is my document page. So but when we post this transaction, this document means this information will delete from here, and this information will move to a different ledger tables. So ledger tables cannot be edited. Nobody can edit these ledger tables. So I will show you later. I'm going to post this purchase order. Okay, system say nothing to post because I haven't entered quantity to receive, suppose 15. Okay, suppose I have to do partial receiving. Partial receiving means I ordered 15 quantity, but okay, so planned receipt date and required receipt date. Okay, I want to receive this material today. So 10 piece I want to receive today. So I will click post, click OK. Okay, so in system we have post the receiving of 10 quantity of the bicycles, and if you see here, quantity received is already 2. Because we have done receiving, so we have to invoice the 10 quantity also. So okay, so let's go and see the inventory of this item. this is my bicycle, and if I click advance, because I have done receiving of 10 more bicycles, my total inventory go from 71 to 81. So I will view and I will go to the reporting inventory item availability by location. So if you see on yellow location, projected was -5, now it become 5. So this is item ledger entry 9, quantity in transit, sales line we have -5. Give me a minute. Okay, deletion will not allow. Let's item availability by location. So if you see on yellow location, now we have 10 quantity. I corrected some of the data, dummy data. So now it is showing that I have on yellow location, I have 10 quantity, and this is my purchase order screen. Okay, so but I still have to receive 5 more quantity because we had a purchase order of 15 quantity. So I'm going to receive 5 more quantity now. Suppose on different date, maybe after 2 days, I am receiving 24. So this is called partial receiving, that I ordered something, but I can receive the material or item within different dates. So I go and receive the remaining 5 quantity. Okay, so my total was 15 and I received 15 already. Okay, so let's close the purchase order and let's go to sales order. Okay, now I have sufficient quantity to fulfill this my sales order to my customer. And okay, before this, I think it will be better to move on the invoicing section. So this was my purchase order, because of course I have received something from my vendor, so I have to pay this money to my vendor also. So $1,200 I have to pay to this Progressive Home Furnishing. So now the finance department role come here for the invoicing. So in this purchase orders, order processing and purchase invoicing. Okay, so from this screen, finance department raises a purchase invoice and it register the invoice. Okay, so go to functions, get receipt lines. So these are the 2 receipts I have done. I have done 10 quantity. I received 10 quantity. Then after that, I received 5 quantity also. So I'm going to click select these 2. And I'm going to invoice this. So here I am drafting my invoice within the ERP system. I just enter this something. Okay, so this is my vendor number, right? So from here I can go on my vendor card page, vendor card view. And if you see on this vendor card, there is a balance 339,639. So this is the balance which I have to pay to the vendor. This is the outstanding balance which I haven't paid for my purchases. So yeah, this is the historical data that I had some invoices with this vendor, but I haven't paid. So Now I will go to this purchase invoice and I will post this invoice. So again, posting means recording the purchase invoice data into my ledger tables. I will go and post this invoice. So the invoicing part is done by finance department, posting of the invoicing and doing the payments. Okay, so invoice has been posted. Okay, I will take you to some other screen also for which is related to this purchase. Okay, so the other options also we can search posted purchase receipts. So we have done receiving for the 10 quantity and 5 quantity. So this is my posted table, posted ledger tables. So this is a ledger table, and all these mostly receiving is done by, there is one department within a company, we call it, we can call it as a store department or warehouse receiving department. So receiving is done by some specific departments. Purchase order is placed by purchasing departments. So this is, so here this is the document. So this is, I go and print this document. So this is my receiving for this one. So basically what in company, what they do, they print this document and they file it. So these are my two receipts, and I can go to check my posted purchase invoice. So that this is the invoice we just posted, right, for these two my receipts for the $1,200. Okay, so we buy from this vendor, and if you go and see, the balance of the vendor will be increased by this $1,200. So from this vendor card I can check how much money I have to pay to my vendor. Okay, so if you click into this link, is basically it will show that the invoice transactions which I have done into my system, and if you see, there is an entry of $1,200. So this is what I have to pay to my vendor. Okay, so this is the vendor thing. Give me a minute. Okay, so this was all about purchasing. I have a requirement to buy 15 bicycles from some company. So I place an order. After that, I have done receiving of the items. After the receiving, I have done invoicing within my system. Of course, vendor will be doing invoicing into his system also, but I will also be doing invoicing in my system so that I can track how much I have to pay to my vendor. And in one company can have 1,000 vendors also. So from the ERP system, we can check how much I have to pay to which vendor. So all this information will be here. If you see balance quantity, so these are my different vendors. So system record everything based on the invoicing data that I have done invoicing for all these customers, and I have to pay these vendors from my bank account. Okay, so let's move on to sales side now. Okay, so I have to ship 10 bicycles. The process will be same, exactly like purchase. We will be doing a sales. We drafted the sales order. Then after that, we will be doing sales shipment. After that, we will be invoicing our shipment. Means we will sending the invoice to my customer that you have to pay me this money. So I recorded my sales transaction here. Yeah, it's better to put 15. We are selling 15. We buy 15. We are selling 15. We are not giving any discount. So $1,500. I will go and I will do quantity to ship 15. So I go and post this shipment. Okay. So I posted this shipment. Posted this shipment means I have done the shipment of 10 bicycles from my yellow warehouse. So if you go on to this item card, if you see, I don't have 10 quantity move out already. So if you see, okay, so I go view this item. I click on the inventory icon. Then, okay, this is basically an item ledger entry table. Behind this, there is one table. The name of that table in SQL is item ledger entry table, which hold the transactions related to the items. Output means my production, how much I produced. So for this transaction, the meaning of this transaction is I produced 5 quantity of this item within my production. Yeah, so I mean, company have a production department also. They used to manufacture the bicycle. Sales means I have sell this bicycle using sale shipment 1 quantity. -1 means because the bicycle is deducting from my inventory, so system take it as a in a minus term. Okay, so this is the transition we have done just now. 15 quantity I have done sale shipment. And if I would like to see the transaction table for this shipment, I will go, there is option navigate. There is one button, shipments. Okay, anyway, no problem. Yeah, sorry, on this screen. Okay, so there is a button shipments, how much shipment I have done for this sales order. There is one shipment. I can go view this shipment, that this is the shipment of 15 quantity we have done. Yeah, so because we have done the shipment of 15 quantity to my customer, now I'm going to raise a bill to the customer that you have to pay me this money, like $1,500 you have to pay me. So we are going to invoice this shipment. So I will go to sales invoice screen. Okay, on every page there are some different tables which is capturing the data. So let's suppose if you want to see what are the tables used for this page, the name of the table is sales header. So sales header is capturing all this data. So I'm going to raise a new sales invoice to my Candoxy Canada item. Sorry. So I'm going to invoice, I'm according to my shipment. So I go functions and I do get shipment lines. So this is the shipment, this one, the second line. This one maybe is the previous one, historical shipment, which I haven't done invoice. So right now I'm only invoicing this second line. I click OK. So this is some reference number for the company. I delete the first empty line. Okay, so I am invoicing 15 quantity, $1,500. And if you, yeah, let's go and check the balance of this customer. So same like vendor, we also have a customer card, means a list of customer for my company. And if I'm going to see what are the balance, so currently the balance of the customer is 0. I mean, actually it's not a balance of the customer, it's the balance which I have to pay to the customer. So currently it's 0, so that means I don't have to pay anything to this customer. And now I'm raising the invoice for $1,500. So I'm going to post it. After posting, the balance of the customer will be updated, because after posting, this entry will move to my ledger tables. So I go and post this transaction. So system is posting the GST amount and to the balance account or the ledger accounts. Okay, so the invoice has been posted and the invoice will move to posted sales invoice. So this is my posted document. I think this one. Yeah. So this is my posted invoice. And if you go and you see the balance of this customer, balance on the customer card. So system say $1,619. Okay, now we just posted the $1,500, but now why it is showing the balance of 1,600 something, right? Because that $1,500 we have posted into Canadian dollars. That invoice we posted into Canadian dollars because we are doing the shipment of 15 quantity of bicycles to Canada. So we raise an invoice for the Canadian dollars, $1,500. Okay, but because I am operating my company in Singapore, so the main functional currency for this for the ERP system is Singapore dollars. So LCY means balance, LCY means local currency. So if you system convert this $1,500 to the local currency, which is my Singapore dollar, so that's why system showing me $1,619. But the transaction was in Canadian dollars for $1,500. And system calculate this calculation based on some setups which is defined inside the system. And there's a screen currency exchange rate, currency exchange currencies. Okay, currencies, because a company can do transactions or invoicing based on different geographical location and can sell item into different currencies. So this is a currency table for which a company operates, and in this, okay, behind this page is basically a currency table. And in ERP system, usually company every month they have a fixed specific exchange rate. Yeah, of course, a currency exchange rate every second keeps on changing, but when a company do operations, they fix one exchange rate for the month, that we will be doing our business on this exchange rate for this month. So here in the exchange rate, they define the exchange rate, what is the exchange rate for this currency. And then from this screen, is when system do the calculations at the time of invoicing, system calculate the exchange rates from here. Okay, so we have done invoicing for the sales also, and my customer balance is also shows that I have to pay this much of Singapore dollars to my customer. Okay, so yeah, so this is the balance which I have to pay. But how I'm going to pay. Yeah, of course, I will be paying to the customer through some bank accounts or using the check, but that transaction also I will be recording into my system using a payment method, so that this balance will become zero again. And when I print the report, my that how much I have to pay to the customers, so it will show the updated balance. So there is another screen for the payment. Suppose I have the finance department, they have done the payment already. Now after that, they will record that payment within ERP system. So whatever the operation side, whatever the company is doing, they record everything within the ERP system, so that they can manage everything, that what are my purchases, what are my sales, what material I have into my inventory, what is the requirement, what are the balances I have to pay to my vendors, what are the balances which I have to receive from my customers. So for the payment, there is a screen payment journals. So for every operation inside the system, there are some screens which help users to record their transactions. So we are doing a payment here, and I'm doing the payment for my customer. My customer was Kendoxy Canada. Applies to document type, means this payment is for what? For the credit note or refund. I'm giving refund from the customer. I'm getting the refund from the customer. So I am doing payment for the invoice which I have raised. So I will go into this screen, then I will click here. System show me what are the pending invoices that for which I need to record the payment. So this is, I selected. So this is the payment method code, no need. So here system done some calculation based on the exchange rate, and I go and post this payment. Document number must have value. Yeah, so I will enter some document number, kind of a bank reference number also. So suppose if I have done my transaction from the bank account, I will write the bank transaction number. So post. So I have recorded the customer payment within my system. System is posting this payment. Okay, so system posted this document. Is it posted? Oh yeah, okay, so that was posted. So if I go to my customer card again, Kendoxy, if you see the balance is again zero, means I sell something, I recorded the balance. After doing the invoicing, system show me that I have to receive this amount from the customer. Then after that, customer paid me and I recorded the customer payment within my system. Now the balance is again zero. That means I have received the payment. So there is no payment pending. So this was basically overview of the purchase and sales, right? So these are the two departments, like we have done transactions, purchase and sales. There are many another departments within a company that play their roles in their day-to-day operations. Financial management for the invoicing part. Yeah, of course, there are many other things within the finance, like cash management, cash flow, and receivables, payable. Receivable, payables is basically the payments related things. Fixed asset, yeah. So what is a fixed asset? Fixed asset is basically in a company, they suppose they have many machinery, so every machine is basically a one fixed asset, or whatever the computers or chairs, everything, all are my fixed assets. And whenever even any car or truck or anything which helps in company operation is a fixed asset. And every fixed asset have a, suppose, let's take an example for this. So this is the Mercedes. Yeah, so maybe the company director uh, have the Mercedes car, and yeah, of course, because he's a director, so it's a company car actually. So whenever a company buy this Mercedes car to the director, then when the company buy, they record that they buy this Mercedes and what will be the life of the Mercedes. So there is a life of a fixed asset. Then they calculate that the cost of this fixed asset will depreciate within how many years. So within 5 years, the depreciation value means the value, the resale value, or the last value of the fixed asset will become zero within 5 years. So all these screens helps to manage the fixed assets of the company. Then there are many other things within the finance, have the manufacturing also, customized manufacturing. So if a company buy some raw materials, then they manufacture some things. Suppose if you see any motorcycle company, right? Let's take an example of Hero company or Honda company. So they manufacture the motorcycles. So to manufacture the motorcycles, they buy the raw materials, means the component of the motorcycle from third and different thousands of company. Then they get the raw material, then they do assembling or the manufacturing, then they sell these motorcycle to their customers, which are us. So this is a manufacturing module. So all the production people record their transactions within this department. So there are several departments within the software. So I think you got an idea that how a ERP system basically helps the company to manage their resources. So ERP means enterprise resource planning. So enterprise means company. So resources, I show you all the purchase and sales and invoicing, how the inventory will be managed, how the payments are being done within a company. So all these things, this ERP software helps people to manage their company within their day-to-day operations. Of course, there are, okay, this was basically a functional overview, but behind this front part, there is, of course, there are some technical programmings being done within the system to customize the system. Okay, so I one more thing, one more important thing. All the ERP system are basically, suppose Microsoft, right? So this ERP system basically Microsoft give as a package, means whatever the process you are seeing, right? It's not customized. It is given from Microsoft side that this ERP system consists all these things inside. Then company, according to their operations, ask the consultants or the IT persons like me. Company asks to, we do not want this feature, and on we want to customize this feature. We do not want to post these transactions like this, or we want to add a new module. So we customize this existing product of the Microsoft according to the requirement of the company. So this is what, where we come into the role. Okay. And techno functional consultant. So this, all these processes, right? Sale, purchase, inventory, finance, costing, that what, because if I'm doing the manufacturing, I have to be very much concerned about what will be the cost of my product, and the cost of the product should not go beyond my sales price, otherwise my company will be in loss. So all these things are basically functional related things. But if you are doing also, so this is a development environment for this ERP system, which is a backend of the system. So from here we design the reports or pages or tables. We create a new tables, right? All the programmings we basically do. So all the programs, so this is just an overview of the programming language which is used into this ERP system. So system read all these programming language and yeah, I mean, do their transition according to the language. So this is basically a client application language. So yeah, every language have their own syntax, on set of their inbuilt functions. So this is what, okay, so this one is basically the technical role come out. So I think, yeah, so okay, so I hope you guys got some idea about what is a ERP system and how it helps companies to run their business.
Yes, sir. I think
Yeah.
we all got an idea like what is an ERP system and how it actually works.
Hmm.
So, guys, if you have any questions, you can put it in your the chat box and ask. I can ask questions from your side. So, sir, we already have a question which is from Ajit. The question is, which is the best ERP system?
Okay, I mean, which is a best ERP system? Yeah, this is a very, I mean, I would say, give me a minute, huh? Okay, so which is a best ERP system? I think for a company, any ERP, okay, any ERP system which helps to fit into their organization is a best ERP system. So if I talk about this Microsoft Dynamics NAV, this product is basically designed by the Microsoft for mid-segment companies. So this product is not for multinational company. This is for mid-sized company. They call it SMEs, small mid enterprises. If we talk about SAP, SAP is for multinational company, and the cost for implementation for SAP is of course very high. The per user license, okay, all the ERP system works on user license. So suppose if I talk about my company have 45 user license. So only at a time, only 45 user can log in into this system. And every user, there is a license cost I have to pay to the Microsoft to buy additional user license. So SAP is the expensive one. Of course, SAP is the biggest market leader into the world. Okay, if you, but SAP is like, it's not much flexible to customize with respect to Microsoft Dynamics NAV. Microsoft Dynamics NAV is easy to customize, but if you want to choose within some ERP system, of course, I would suggest SAP because that is a big product and that is used by multinational companies, have more opportunities. The pay scale within SAP is a very high, and I don't have much idea about what are the modules within SAP system. I haven't worked with, but according to the market, SAP consultants are earning higher than Microsoft Dynamics NAV consultant. Of course, it is also not a bad product. It is one of the best product within the market. But SAP is basically for multinational companies, so I would recommend for the SAP. So
Yes,
yeah.
I hope that Ajit got his answer. So, as there are no further questions, but if anybody like to like ask anything, you can put it on the chat box. But for now, sir, there are no further questions. It was a totally amazing session. Thank you, Mandeep sir. Do anybody like to ask anything? You just can unmute themselves and ask if they want. We can just wait for 2 to 3 minutes.
Any questions from anyone?
I think everything is cleared, as
Yeah.
it was a great session.
Yeah, so I think that's it for the today's session from my side. And yeah, of course, okay, in future, if you guys have any question, maybe you can contact me. Yeah, so you can contact me. Maybe you can get my contact number from Vishal. And yeah, also one more thing, I am running some vlogs onto the YouTube. Then in future, I will be posting some videos. Currently, there are some videos, but in future, maybe I will be posting some videos about some technology or how to get a job outside India, and what are the lifestyle, what are the people's are usually, what are the lifestyle of the people outside India, so that you can get some exposure, or maybe you can inspire yourself to get some jobs outside India. So I will be sharing a link of my YouTube channel. I will definitely appreciate everyone if you guys go and subscribe my channel for my future videos. And yeah, in few more days I will share one more YouTube channel that will be very helpful for the Navision related things. So I shared my the link of my YouTube channel on the chat box already. So uh, yeah, anyway, I think so it's okay, it's better to yeah close this session. You guys can reach me out. I mean, you can get my contact details from Vishal. So I think, yeah, thank you so much. It was so nice to be with you, to share my views with you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you everyone for taking out time, and thank you, especially thanks to Mandeep sir, who take out time from their busy schedule. Thank you for this session, sir. Thank you everyone. You may can leave now.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.